the trauma of the eclipse. We're all back in place. It's good to have you with us. Please rise for invocation by Council Member DeWorkin, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Dear God, thank you that you've given us today. Thank you for the glory of an eclipse that we all can watch. And please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you very much. Clerk will call the roll.
Councilmember John DeWorkin.
Here.
Councilmember Luann Fleming. Councilmember Ken Gibson.
Here.
Councilmember Will Brazington. Councilmember Russell Starr. Councilmember Dorothy Dow. Here. Mayor Knox White.
Here, you have the minutes of March 25th. Will stand approved. I stand as approved. If no objections, and there are none. We have no one who signed up to speak to us tonight, which is quite surprising and unusual. But I believe Councilman DeWorkin wanted to make a.
I do,
No,
yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I just want to thank those that reached out to me. Mom passed away less than a week ago, and so that has been as difficult, and I know a lot of us have gone through that, but a blessing of that is I get to see my big brother, Chris, who has actually come here tonight. He's my only sibling, and just appreciate all his help and support during this hard time of coming down. So Chris, why don't you stand up and let us welcome you, please. Chris DeWorkin. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Welcome, Chris, and if you have any issues or problems while you're in the city of Greenville, you know who to call. Absolutely, thank you. We have a few folks for presentation tonight. Let's see, Jeff Waters, you got a presentation? Okay, charge of that presentation, the city manager.
Mr. Mayor, we're going to run a video first, and then Jeff will come up and do the presentation, but
Okay.
we wanted to run a special video
All
before
right,
we get started.
nice little something different, okay. Oh, sneak peek.
Mayor and Council, as you can see from that video, Heirloom was one of our partners out of the Unity Park, and their team constructed many of the iconic features in the park. Heirloom specializes in custom metal and wood fabrication, and their unique skill set was a valuable resource during the development of Unity Park. Their craftsmanship can be seen in the fencing surrounding the playground, the wind chimes, the wetland shelter, the 3 picnic shelters, as well as the giant Uni letters, which have to be the most photographed item out there. And I have with me Zach Clardy with Heirloom to talk about the award they've received.
Well, thank you. Good to have you with us.
Glad to be here. First of all, I want to say thank you for your time. I know you guys have a lot to do, so I want to keep it brief. But I personally am really proud to have been a part of this. I grew up in Greenville. I was born in the 70s, so I remember what Greenville used to be and seeing what it is now. Thanks to your leadership, Mayor White, and all of you guys that constantly put in the work to do great things and having the vision to do these things, and it pays. So this is an award, as James said in the video from NOMA. And just to expand on that a little bit, the awards are blind voted on, so nobody knows who it is. These are people from all over the country that do the best metal work that there is out there. So it's a great honor to have been awarded this. It's a great honor to have been a part of the park. For all the years of struggle that it took to bring it to life, to see what it is, it's paid off greatly. I mean, from, the beginnings of E.B. White fighting for it and you having the foresight to know it was a good idea, especially after having done Falls Park. I can't tell you how proud I am to have been part of it. And again, thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of it. And we look forward to a lot more projects coming forward. So thanks again and congratulations on your vision.
Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
I actually remember MKSK, the design group, which was really out of Columbus, Ohio, doing the project in South Carolina, and they were looking for authentic, one-of-a-kind people with both woodwork and ironwork and such. And I remember when Darren Myers actually called us and said, "Hey, by the way, we've chosen someone. They happen to be in your backyard in up Nashville." So that worked out just about quick. But he was looking across the country for someone to do that work, and congratulations for getting it. Great job, though.
Thank you very much.
All righty. We have another special presentation, Beth Rutherford. Oh, about our new parking plans, which we can't talk enough about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure that I qualify as a special presentation. Around here, but thank you, Mayor. The wonderful thing about working with communications is the fact that I get to celebrate the amazing work of other departments. James Keogh is not here today. He's at a conference, so I'm lucky enough to present the amazing work that he and his team, Bill Foster's team, parking, and all the work from Shannon and the city manager's office to help the Greenville Drive. Their opening day is tomorrow, and as many of you know, they lost between 600 and 800 parking spaces at County Square. That was a huge pain point for Mr. Brown and his team, wondering what would happen. So during the entire off-season, Shannon, Bill, and James have been working really hard. I don't think the clicker is going to work. So Megan, you're going to have to help me switch to the next one. Thank you. Has been working hard to come up with some options. And what they came down to was essentially 3 trolleys. They're going to run 2 routes for field on game day. They're going to have 10-minute service before and after, and 15-minute service during the game. And so how are we going to let people know about this? That's something the communications team has been brought in to do. Megan, next slide, please. We worked with the Drive to create a map to show people low cost and free lots. And so some of the free lots that they were able to, Shannon helped negotiate, the SCD lot over on Pennington Street, which provided hundreds of free spots. River Street routes, there are going to be 2 trolleys on River Street route to low-cost parking garages. As you know, our daily maximum is $7. And so for a game, it should be about $4 to park compared to many of the other lots that will be nearby that are paid and often $20 or more. And of course, the Richardson Street Garage is free on Fridays and weekends. So we've put up some signage, which we will tomorrow. We've created signage is what I should say. James and I got in the car a few times, went around, looked at the best places for signs. We created some A-frame signage that you see, had some great photography done in advance. We both have these A-frames that were put outside of city parking garages as well as along Pendleton. We also have some yard signs that will be supplemental and directional that will go out on game days. And then also for those who get into the parking garages and don't know where to get their trolley, Parking Services is helping us by putting up signage in all the stairwells, in the elevators, and so really trying to make this as seamless as possible. The thing that you see here on the park and ride is each one of these signs will have a different code people can text. And so they'll be able to find out exactly where the trolley is, how long their wait is, and if they're in the right spot, and each one will be individualized. Next one, Megan. So we've done this, some publicity, e-blast to a lot of our web subscribers. We've worked with the media. We have that map downloadable on our website. We've done social media in collaboration with the Greenville Drive. We did a post 2 weeks ago. We did a post last week, and we're doing a post again tomorrow morning, and then a news story on the front page of our website. So trying to get the word out through digital media and traditional media. And then last slide, Megan, please. We've also used some print media. We did a 2-page ad in the Greenville Journal and a half-page ad in the Post Courier. And what you're seeing there is both of these have the QR code. They'll link back to that map again so people know where they can park. They also have access to the real-time parking app, which shows which garages are full and which garages are close to capacity. And then they also can use that QR code to find the trolley tracker. So we wish the Drive best of luck tomorrow as they open, and James and I will be out making sure the signs are in the right place, the trolleys are running, and I've got a lot of communications staff there to help them celebrate opening day. So, yeah, thank you so much.
This was a real urgent matter to do this. I want to thank Seabeth. I want to thank Councilman DeWorkin for his effort to help us get Employment Security Commission early on. That was a big one, about 100 spaces at the Employment Security Office on Pendleton. That's now free. That's really a good site for the trolley. Then we got the Citgo station later on, so it all came together amazingly well. But thank you, John, for those contacts, their state bureaucracy. All righty. Next up is the hearing.
Yes, sir. We have a proposed abandonment of an unnamed alley located south of Oscar Street and north of Wellborn Street.
Mayor and council, we received a petition from Trailside Unity Park LLC for this abandonment. It's for an unimproved right-of-way in the Unity Park area off of Oscar Street. The applicant is looking at an affordable multifamily housing project in this area. Currently, it's about 4/10 of an acre. It's unimproved right-of-way. There's no utilities in this area. As best we can tell, it's just never been developed in this particular area. The city does own some properties on either side of the alley, and has been coordinating with the developer on their project. So this is just a public hearing. We're not asking you to take any kind of action tonight on this. We have sent this notice out to the utility providers in the area as well as residents within 500 feet of the area of abandonment. We did get one inquiry from a resident at 101 Trescott Street, just asking for a little more information on the project itself. Seemed to be more interested in traffic circulation, the design of the apartment complex. And we answered her questions best we could, but haven't really received any comments of opposition.
This is a non-existent road, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right, anybody is speaking on that? Get more information later. Okay, thank you. Proceeding now to consent agenda. Do I have a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember DeWorkin.
Aye.
Councilmember Gibson.
Aye.
Councilmember Brazington. Aye. Councilmember Stahl.
Aye.
Councilmember Dow. Aye. Mayor White.
Aye. Regular agenda.
New business, first reading, 15A. An ordinance to appropriate up to $378,000 from the Open Space Fund to purchase property located on Ridge Road for the purpose of retaining open space.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any further discussion or questions? Clerk will call the roll.
Councilmember DeWorkin. Councilmember Gibson.
Aye.
Councilmember Brazington. Councilmember Stahl. Councilmember Dow. Aye. Mayor White.
Aye.
15B, an ordinance to appropriate $965,000 from the Local Accommodations Tax Workforce Housing Fund and the Capital Projects Fund for purchase of property located on West Washington Street from the Holy Temple Church of the Lord Jesus Christ, Inc., for the purpose of expanding the city's inventory of workforce housing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Questions further? Very significant affordable housing land acquisition. We thank the manager and the staff for moving so quickly on this, making it possible, and having the funds on hand to do it as well. So thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if we could, just on an overarching, the work on staff on this is worth slowing down. And it really dates back to your predecessor, Councilmember DeWorke, who suggested at one time that we spend the energy to do a full inventory of all parcels owned by the city. And for 2 years now, city staff, us have been working together to basically map the city, look at what we own, look at what's unbuildable. Maybe it's floodplain. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's already designated for something, and see what bubbles to the surface, to use Councilmember Ryberg Doyle's term, which I thought was a good one. The parcel that this purchases is adjacent to a city parcel. So when you look at that combined lot together in the area where we've worked to the mayor's vision so hard to bring affordability north of Unity Park, this is the perfect site for it. And it would not have bubbled to the surface without that inventory, which was very painstaking on the part of a lot of different staff members. And I really appreciate their dedication to that and us continuing to leave no stone unturned on parcels owned by the city and where opportunities may lie for us going forward for such work. So thank y'all. This is the first one. It's a biggie.
Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember DeWorke.
Aye.
Councilmember Gibson.
Aye.
Councilmember Brazington. Councilmember Saul. Councilmember Dow.
Aye.
Mayor White.
Aye. Do want to recognize we have representatives here from Chanticleer Golf Course. We were going awfully fast. Appreciate you guys being here and working with you, but we took care of you on the consent agenda, I do believe so. Sometimes it moves so fast, you may have wondered, but thank you for your partnership. We appreciate it. New business for resolutions.
16A, a resolution to appoint ministerial recorders under Chapter 22 Municipal Court of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Greenville.
Second.
Judge?
I'm back.
You're back.
We've got our whole list of most recent hires and appointments for our jail office. So we're really very pleased with that. And we thank y'all for hearing them. I've got these ladies with me. If y'all will stand
I
up.
saw him here tonight, yeah.
And
Thank you.
Dee Dee Field, Brittany Rolando, and also Desiree Hill. They are all veterans in our office and have moved into additional duties by filling in and in a rotating schedule down there at the detention center office. So it's going to be a real boom to our operations down there.
Cool. That's it.
Good to have you with us tonight. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. All in
Thanks,
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it. 16B.
A resolution to authorize the purchase of property located on Ridge Road for the purpose of retaining open space and to authorize the use of funds from the open space acquisition project.
Move approved.
Second.
Motion second. Madam Manager, do you want to?
Again, this is living our priorities as set forth through city council. Both the land purchases that are on the agenda tonight speak to one of the top 3 priorities for the city. And we appreciate y'all's support as we work to find properties that meet those priorities.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it. 16C.
A resolution to authorize the purchase of a parcel of land located on West Washington Street near the intersection of Trescott Street from the Holy Temple Church of the Lord Jesus Christ, Inc., to expand the inventory of workforce housing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it. Any further
Yes, sir.
information. Yes.
Just a couple of things under staff reports tonight, if I may. First, unfortunately, due to inclement weather this week, our Gower ribbon cutting for our new pickleball courts, tennis courts, is going to have to be moved till next Tuesday at 11 a.m. instead of this Thursday. And so I'm sorry for that change, but obviously, we have to make sure that the courts are 100% ready to go. And so although it's just a few days delay, it'll be really exciting when they're opened up. So we just wanted to put that out there to you all and to the community tonight. Also, I think there's some slides that's maybe we're going to put up about, I wanted to update you all on, we just had an update recently to City Council on our crime statistics for the year of 2023. And when we, wait for my slides and make sure that we're ready for those, because I want to make sure that I get the numbers up. There we go. I wanted to make sure that the community is aware of the of how we have seen our crime numbers this quarter. So for first quarter, year over year, we are down considerably in our crime. If you look at first quarter 2024 to first quarter 2023, so our violent crimes are down from 23 to 13 in our first quarter year over year from last year to this year. Next slide, please. Our property crimes are also down significant number from 253 to 166. That's a 34% decrease from year over year, from quarter to quarter. And again, remember if you'll remember from Chief Thompson's presentation, our crimes too, not only are they down, but we have, if you are a victim of a crime in the city of Greenville, there's a 72% chance that we're going to clear that crime. And the national average is about 33%. So remember, we're also clearing crimes at twice the rate of other communities throughout the country. If you look at our total reduction from quarter one of 23 to quarter one of 24, we're down 35% in overall crime. And if we can go to the next slide. And then here's our 10-year comparison. And I thought it was really interesting to look back and see the total numbers over the last 10 years of crime in the city of Greenville. And you'll notice that the second lowest year was 2023, right behind 2022. And what's significant, if we could go to the next one right here, if you look at 2014 to 2023, we're down 6%. And why is that important? Because our population has grown approximately 13,000 people in that time frame, and our square miles have increased by more than 2 square miles through annexation efforts. So not only is our crime down, you also have to consider that we've had a population increase and we've increased our total square miles. So I was so excited to see our first quarter crime numbers and just wanted to make sure that this information is getting out to the community in a way it should, and that you all have an opportunity to see just the great work that's being done by our public safety offices and our men and women of the Greenville Police Department.
Awesome.
Good.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to chime in if I could. I'm going to state the obvious for not only colleagues on council, but the room. This is a big deal. And to your point, putting it here in front of council and the city manager report, it's certainly worth communicating, but I think it's almost worth celebrating. I mean, this is the type, to me, and I know to each of us has established our priorities. I mean, this is job number one for the community. And this is the type of public safety data that cities like us around the region and the country and the world would love to have. I know we've got our media partners here. If I were, if not king of the world, at least king of Greenville for the next 24 hours, I'd love literally every citizen to watch their 10, 11 o'clock news, wake up, watch the morning news, and read their papers or look at the sites and have this be the headline that greets them, because it is definitely worth sharing. So thank you, and keep it up, everybody who's responsible for delivering on
Well,
this.
sadly, it only makes the news when it's up instead of the way. I want to recognize the chief in the back of the room, looking very, very modest, but not even so. As a reward, we'll give you, I don't know, a new police headquarters or something. But that'll be a good way to reward you. So thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Manager.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else? Okay, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
5:56 PM.